Hiya, and welcome back to Heroes Advent. The game that teaches us that, uh, hmm. The game that teaches us that the best way to, learn magic is to blow yourself up with a spirit bomb. Anyways, let's just hop right in. Oh. 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 Am I dead? Is this it? Is this how it ends? Guess I'm no hero material after all. Ah, shit. Do we want to go back and try and unlock the thing? Do we want to try and unlock the thing? I forget, like, everything. I forget everything. And did I went to bed again? Alright. Let's go back. I think there's an autosave. Wait, no, there isn't. Ah, shit. I'll go help Alex. There's so much. I'm not reading all that. Let me just, I think, no, that's not it. Oh, god damn it. That is an autosave. At least I don't mess up routes. Yeah. I think it was a CG. Oh, don't worry about this. This is not the first time that I've done this. We, button unlock. Yeah, please enter password. Shit, I already forgot it. I don't have it. Okay. Alrighty. Back to the password screen. Ah, damn it, that's the, thing. I saved it to my phone. I have the password saved to my phone. That's an Ashford. Fuck. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. 657669. Haha, nice. 88. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to be holding down control for a lot in the beginning, while we try to go through this. Mr. Dave. When we had to get Nakes, just so Alex could study our body. Congratulations. Fun fact. This is all on... We did all this on 1.14, and this is 1.15. That's the only reason why I have skip unseen text on. Because, according to the game, we didn't see this text. So, yeah. Hi, Festin. Gonna help him sort the documents. Yeah. All the furry porn. There. Okay. Just do it. Make your dreams come true. fucking thing. Okay. Alrighty. Now we need, this. 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 And this. Yay, we're smart. Just gonna give him a little flirt. At least twice on day 9. We only did it once. Oh, okay. Help Festin. I swear to God. I swear. Every single time I see Festin, he is built different. Fuck you. Do our best. Gonna give you a falcon punch. Son of a bitch, that didn't work. Gonna try to punch you. That did not work. Falcon punch. Did not work. Oh, shit. That did a lot of damage. Except it didn't. Alex is allegedly the strongest husbando in combat right now. Oh. I just want to bring this up. I just learned this not even 20 minutes ago from the Heroes Advent Discord server that if you press L, it brings this up. I wish I would have known that earlier. Gonna keep it. Yeah. Oh, no. I was just like making it up as I went for it. Alright, if I hit L again so I can see what day we're on. It does not say what day we're on. Okay. Yeah, I guess there was. Is there a way to check what day? Oh, wait, there is. Alright, so that's day 10. Okay, alrighty. So now I can turn off unseen text. Alrighty, so we are on day 8. I think we can speedrun this day. Yeah, we'll take that. Then we'll just do the gym. We are day 8. We're just gonna speedrun this day. How much Alex love? Right now we have 3 Alex love. We have 16 Alex friendship. Alrighty. Let's speedrun this fucking day. Speedrunning. How do you speedrun a visual novel? Just visit library twice. How do you speedrun a visual novel? I don't know how you speedrun a visual novel, but I'm speedrunning a visual novel. I don't know. I don't know where we get electrocuted. We're speedrunning a fucking visual novel. How we're speedrunning a visual novel, I don't know, but we're speedrunning a visual novel. I will see you at the lab then. This fucking visual novel. After we get this extra scene, yeah. Alrighty, so we're going to go to the library twice. We already read that one. You return to the library, picking a different book since you didn't feel like continuing the last one.
Oh, I didn't know you were into that, Dave.
Huh? You looked at the book you picked, whose title was written in a language you didn't understand. Oh, I just took this one randomly.
Right, should have expected as much.
Still, what is this about, actually?
It's a recent edition of Almanico Veneziano. It's been discontinued for several years now, but I suppose people still enjoy rereading it from time to time.
That's interesting. From what you said there, it sounds like an almanac about something.
Not about, but from Venezia.
Venezia? That name sounds kind of familiar.
Is it? It's a merchant city far west from here. Was where the almanac first issued decades ago, or so I heard. But as you might already know, this entire incident forced everyone away from that side of the country as we all congregated over here in Crystal Coast. These almanacs were very popular when I was younger, but eventually I believe everyone just preferred simpler forms of newsletter, or just rely on word of mouth to stay updated. So it's a shame, but these days people don't exactly consume as many traditional books as they used to. What with the amount of crystal displays?
I see. So what is the almanac about exactly?
A whole lot of things, actually. Calendars, constellations, resources that helps with agriculture, or just planning things out in general for the average people. I actually got to work on the trivia column to disclose my linguistic research for that edition in the previous one.
And people are interested in that?
Why, of course. There is no shortage of curious scholars in this land, as far as I'm concerned, Dave. That said, subjects like these evidently would take a backseat given the current states of events.
Huh. I actually didn't know much of that at all. Do we want to go back and also get that one?
I suppose I can't be helped. You aren't exactly a local after all. Still, how much did the rabbit lady friend of yours tell you?
About this land? Not a whole lot, I'm afraid. And I don't think I could have taken in that much info at the time anyway.
Understandable. I doubt that you could comprehend the content. But I don't always get to talk about subjects like these with a lot of people, even briefly. So, thanks, Dave, for taking interest at the very least. Anyways, I'm going back to the hallway for a bit. The urn here's kind of stuffy somehow.
And so he just walked off before you could have a word. You only chuckled to yourself a little as you put the book back before returning to the lobby. You didn't get to read the book at all, but you felt smarter just from all that information Alex gave you. And now we are going back to here. And we already read all this.
Yes, I can see that clear as day, Rye.
How are you feeling, Dave? Is it gonna be alright, Alex?
Now, will you guys calm down for just a split second? Thank you.
Oh. Ah, shit, that didn't do it. Oh no. Okay, so that's day 9. Library. You returned to the library while Alex was still elsewhere in the hallways. Quite curious about that almanac, you took it from the shelf and did a quick skim. It was exactly as Alex described, and it was also written in that language you couldn't fully understand, though you could vaguely understand a few words here and there. The reading made you quite heavy-headed. And you've learned about the shape of some star signs, knowledge that you probably would never use. Still felt a bit smarter afterwards, at least. Maybe you could ask Alex about this later. Put the book away to its original spot before returning to the lobby. I'll be where Alex was already waiting. Yeah, we can already do that. Call them. We're back to speedrunning visual novel. Yay, speedrunning. I am not a speedrunner. I am bad at speedrunning. I do not hold any speedrunning records at all. The only game that I even attempted to speedrun, actually, was The Legend of Zelda... I'm trying to remember the name. Link to the Past. The Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. I think I managed to get to the credits in 3 minutes. That is my personal best for A Link to the Past. 3 minutes. Granted, this was like 5 years ago. Be like Finn Mertens from Adventure Time. I'm gonna punch all these slimes in the buns. I'm gonna punch at your buns. Punch at your buns. I'm gonna punch all your buns. If you're an evil witch, I will punch you for fun. Oh no, no. I just clipped into the wall. I went to the goddamn back rooms. If anything, I went to the goddamn back rooms. Haha. To the crystal, where we get electrocuted, I think. LOZ and BR collab confirmed? What?
We shouldn't be here, Dave. Come on.
Sorry. Seems like the beach is clear. Better check out on the others. Alrighty, to the thing. We already did that. Back to the crystal. To the docks.
You know, Dave,
Huh?
I'd never have taken you for the brainy sort, if at all. But who knows? You might just have the aptitude for this line of work after all.
You think that highly of me? I thought I'd only ever made a fool out of myself in front of you.
Maybe a lot. But I did see you reading the Almanacco back at the library, Dave. You do want to learn, and we don't often see that from newcomers. Most just want to do more practical stuff.
I guess so. Actually, I just realized something.
Oh? What is it?
How is it that I can understand and speak this world's language, even though I haven't been here for very long at all? Or I guess, how is it that this world and my world's language are so similar?
Huh. That question did cross my mind a few times before. As you may know, you weren't the first Outlander to have crossed paths with Arborea, Dave. Though such cases are exceedingly rare, as such, I haven't exactly properly researched this matter. Though, from a technical standpoint, I suppose your mind just adapted to our common language, on top of the sheer coincidence that both of these languages are so similar to begin with. And given how past Outlanders could communicate with us, I suppose across all worlds there's just this one common language that is somehow universally understood.
It's called English in my world, by the way.
English. That's an interesting sounding name. Here the common language is called Coin.
Coin. Like two sides of the same coin. Coin. Oh, it's coin. It's coin. Like two sides of the same coin.
Clever. It was, well, coined by Rhodian scholars. Coin used to be the common language of Rhodes Island, where when their pioneers spread the language across all corners of Arborea.
It is pretty funny, though.
The actual Rhodian languages have since changed and evolved, and thus sounds nothing like what we're speaking right now.
That's very interesting.
I know, right? Actually, I am curious now. How are languages taught in your world?
Oh, in school mostly, they say you'd pick up your first language where you grew up, but you'd still get taught it in school.
I suppose it's similar here in the academy, but only if you'd want to receive higher education. Usually most people are happy with learning just from talking with others.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Why, though? Does it go any differently in this world?
And not as far as I can tell, no. Though this is a subject I've been looking into from time to time in the past. Are you familiar with how people pick up and retain languages, Dave?
It's because of the frontal lobe getting activated to process the language and retain it, or something, right?
Yes, pattern recognition and memorization, more or less so.
So that's why I have a common Tagalog greeting burned into my brain. Magandang tanghali.
More or less so. The point is, I've been working on a device that could process and manipulate that stream of data in the brainwaves.
Whoa, so that's like a translator or something?
I suppose you could call it that. It processes the language for you to help you understand foreign languages better. You know what? I'll lend you one of the prototypes for the heck of it.
Alex rummaged through one of the drawers before taking out a box with a rather compact device within. It looked like an electronic compartment from a computer, but it does have a very small display on top. He took a moment hooking it up to his computer and probably ran through some configurations before calling you over and hand it to you.
Here, it doesn't have a whole lot of features, but it should be functional.
Ah, this looks interesting. Do I need to put it on or something?
No need, just carry it on you. Keeping it in close proximity should be enough. I already set it to run on your brain frequencies based on the data I gathered from you earlier.
Language module acquired. Hooray for subtitles. Does that change anything? The preferences? That doesn't. That's amazing. So I can just speak any languages with this?
Of course not. This is just the comprehension module. And just because you can understand what is said or written to you doesn't mean you can just magically speak or write it. Granted, and not even magic can help you permanently learn a new language. It still takes a lot of practice, maybe cultural osmosis to get somewhere. I did work on a speaking module, but it needs a lot more fine-tuning before it can work properly.
Aw, I see.
Regardless, let's do a little test to see if it works well. I will be speaking a few sentences in different languages, see if you can understand.
Okay.
Here goes.
Do I even want to attempt to read this? Del peón al molino, de viento, en el mar, lo tenemos todo.
From the pawn on the chessboard to the windmill in the sea, we got them all.
Windmill in the sea?
Huh, it works. That was Galilean. Prendiamo dai ricci e diamo alla gente. We take it from the rich and give it to the people.
So, like Robin Hood.
Who?
Never mind, that person probably doesn't exist here.
I see. Well, that was modern Polarian. Alright, here's one more just for good measures. Wir dienten den Kaiser, damit uns allemann beschirmen kann. We serve the king so that he can protect us all.
Who is this king we're talking about?
Nice! That's Saxonian. Vow their soldiers make on their enlistment day to serve whichever lord they're under. Very good. The module seems to work very well on you with minimal delay. You may keep it, Dave. I can't promise it will make you fluent in other tongues, but this might yet prove useful to you.
Oh, it's pretty awesome, Alex. Thank you so much. Hindi ako nakakaintindi ng Palarian. Oh, it's pretty awesome, Alex. Thank you so much.
Don't mention it. Just continue being my assistant and we're even.
All right. You return to your assigned desk feeling like you've learned a lot from Alex. Yeah, we can just skip all this because we already went through this. Ah. See, like, when I was reading it, my default, because, like, sometimes I just sort of default, also that is amazing. Sometimes I just default to another language. Like I was, like, taking an exam. I was taking a final exam for Tagalog. And you would think, oh, I would just default to my native language, English. Nope, my mind defaulted to Spanish. For whatever goddamn reason, it just defaulted to Spanish. And I'm just like, I don't know very much Spanish.
Thank you. As I've told you before, I already did what I could with the stabilization features. He should be fine.
Yeah, we just wanted to know if you really got everything under control, yeah? Yeah, after all, you're the one who couldn't stand still ever since he got knocked out.
That's irrelevant now, Rye. You do know that he's quite essential to what's essentially my life's work, yes? So him being harmed in any way would be vastly detrimental.
Yeah.
So him being harmed in any way would be vastly detrimental. I have good reason to be concerned.
Alright, I got you. Tsundere.
With that said, how are you feeling, Dave?
Granted, I'm pretty sure I failed that class. I'm pretty sure I failed Tagalog. I can barely fucking speak it.
How are you feeling, Dave?
Well, I'm still alive and breathing, so that's something, yeah. But jokes aside... Not so good. Everything just hurts a lot. Oof. Here, Dave. Okay. Cody came closer and handed you a warm bowl. I made some herbal soup to help with your recovery. Thanks, Cody. Hey, I found a funny amethyst. Tried holding up the bowl, but your hands felt weak and it slipped. You could vaguely see Alex trying to react, but thankfully Ray was swift enough to catch the bowl before it fell. Got it. Careful now, Dave. Don't drop your food like that. Ray chuckled as he placed the bowl at the nightstand for the time being.
Whew. It's also your medicine, Dave. Cody went through some trouble preparing it for you.
Really? Okay, have a good night. Nah, come on, it's nothing so grand. I just happen to have the right medicinal ingredients in stock. Thanks a lot, Cody. You're welcome, Dave. Anything to help a friend.
Well, now that Dave's woken up, you guys can leave if you'd like. I'm sure most of you still have places to be, yes?
You're right, but I was thinking of staying here to keep an eye on Dave myself.
No need. I can do that just fine.
Oh, really? Even feeding him?
Eh? If I have to, sure. What are you talking about? I don't care about him. Just care for my life. What, you baka?
And helping him around in case he's limping?
I might call Festin over to help. But I'll manage somehow.
Pokemon theme song because Alex catched the creature. I wanna be the very best that no one ever was. Pokemon is my real quest. To catch them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. That's all I know. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. I know it's my destiny, Pokemon. Yeah, you're my best friend. That's all I know of the song.
I'll manage somehow.
Are you sure? Even reporting to Alaric too?
Yes! Will you just go away? Wait, what?
Well then, looks like he really got everything covered here. Let's wrap it up and leave then, guys. Max. Alright, I'm sorry for leading you on, Alex. Probably shouldn't joke about something like that, you know. Joke? Who says I'm joking? Dude. Bro. You can't be serious. Oh, you mean about that? Right, but that was from a pretty long time ago now. Yeah, but you can't just pretend it never happened like that. Pretty irresponsible of you, I'd say. Irresponsible? Hey! What do you even mean by that? I'm only doing what's best for us. The responsible course of action right now is to set aside our past grievances and do our best for this country and her people. Yeah, you wouldn't have said that if your parents were dead. Hey, that's enough, you two. Cody stepped in before the two of them rushed in for a fisticuff, which didn't seem that imminent, but you still felt grateful that the bear was there. Sorry. I'm sorry as well.
It's fine.
Huh?
I'll make the report on behalf of the team.
Are you sure? You don't have to if you're still uncomfortable about it.
I said it's fine.
But...
Dima? Don't.
Alright.
I mean, it's time I paid our guildmaster a visit, yes? Sooner than later. We've been keeping in touch indirectly, and I suppose he's simply dying to hear more of my progress report on my other projects.
You've been speaking to them this whole time?
Yes, via Festin, albeit he does such a poor job of explaining our findings to Alaric that I might as well do so in person instead.
Well, I guess it's settled then. Should we be going now?
You should.
Okay, remember the tasks we discussed earlier, guys? Good hunting. Word of advice, Max. You better watch that damn mouth of yours, not just for his sake, but for yourself, too. Sure, whatever you say, Rye. When will those two stop bickering? It's the last thing any of us want.
Dima?
Sorry, I didn't say something wrong, did I?
No, just close the door on your way out, please.
I do not know who that is. Oh, okay. Well, rest up, Dave. Be sure to take your medication, and you'll be good in no time. A stick. Thanks, Cody. Take care. What just happened?
Nothing. You'd better heat up the soup before it gets cold. Here.
Alex grabbed the bowl and gently placed it between your lap.
Can you eat on your own?
Let me see. Cautiously, you took a spoonful of soup and ate it. Despite your shaky hands, you were able to grip the spoon tight enough to not drop it. Looks like I can. I hope I don't make a mess.
You'll be fine. Get some rest afterwards if you need to. We'll go before noon.
Wait, noon? How long have I been out?
About 12 hours and 28 minutes, I believe. It's now 8:13 in the morning.
Damn, I've been out for that long? Sorry.
It's fine. I did gather some data out of it, at least.
Oh? What did you do?
I ran some scans on your body while you were out cold.
Huh. I thought you were doing that before as well, though.
I did, but this one is more comprehensive. Deep scan. Sadly, though, I didn't really gather anything groundbreaking.
Aw, that's a shame. I mean, there's just nothing coming up at all?
I mean, aside from your aforementioned ether affinity, the rest of you aren't anything out of the ordinary.
Well, then I guess I'm just like your average Joe.
I guess so. Maybe it's just traces of the magic that brought you here after all. Still, I do wonder if I could somehow revert you back to your original form.
Spoiled milk. My human form, you mean? I don't think that's a good idea, Alex.
Why so?
Well, first off, humans are pretty frail by nature. Back at the lab, if I didn't wear specialized protective equipment, I wouldn't have survived the blast in that form.
Is that so?
I mean, I can't speak for other people from my world. I've seen and heard of people that had a lot of physical injuries and still survived. I just don't think the average human could survive a magical blast like that, you know?
Point taken. Though that said, what do you suppose makes humans special then?
I guess our mind as a whole?
So you also create tools to aid in your survival.
Pretty much, yeah. In the distant past, we needed all sorts of tools to survive against nature, and even against each other. Nowadays, we still rely on different tools for convenience or just to do things in our daily lives.
Interesting, so another typical case of using brain to compensate for brawn, or lack thereof. And what about you, Dave? Are you and your fellow humans' brains this big?
Alex said as he made a rather large circle around his head with his arms. Oh no, God no, we aren't aliens, yeah?
Aliens? So you're saying there exists a subspecies of your kind that exhibits those traits such that they're treated as outcasts?
What? Whoa, slow down now, Alex. I have no idea what you mean by that.
Alright, let's start with aliens then. Wouldn't the term imply outsiders or outcasts?
No, it's just how we call creatures that came from outside the planet in general.
I see, so not a subspecies of your own kind by any means.
Yeah, sure. And, well, I think basically we've always been really curious about any type of life forms that exist out there beyond the planet. But nobody knows what they look like, so in a lot of fictional stories and movies, they tend to make aliens look like green creatures with really big eyes and head.
Movies, you say? Like a theatrical experience on a widescreen?
Yeah, but that's at the cinemas. Most people my age would just watch movies at home.
So you've got a miniature version of that machine? How curious. We do have those as well, but they're mostly for news and emergency broadcasts amongst the academy and or other personnel. And I suppose the way your kind depicted aliens makes sense. For entertainment purposes, you can just let your imagination run wild and do whatever.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I see. You've piqued my interest, Dave. Do tell me more about your world.
Sure. As you continued eating, you told Alex about various things related to humankind. From the tools they've made to defend themselves in prehistoric times to how they've gained flight through aeroplanes and achieved global communication through the internet. How many points are we at? No, not H, L. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Because I'm kind of curious. We have 0 corruption, that's epic. We have 26 intellect. Oh, we're something of Elon Musk. We're nothing too bad. We're just the furry Elon Musk. The furry Tony Stark. Most of these were just you reciting from the different things you've learned in school, media, or something you've seen or read online. And with the state you were in, you felt like you weren't being very coherent with the orders of things you talked about. But Alex was still very intrigued nonetheless. Elon's kinda dumb. If anything, we're Tony Stark. You could feel him lightening up a bit as you told a few more stories.
So you're saying that you're kind of already been into your planet's moon?
You could see the usual gleam in his eyes as you roughly recited the moon landing event. Yep, it took us a lot, basically an arms race between two powerhouse nations to achieve that goal.
And did they find anything out? Oh, perhaps the aliens, too?
Well, sadly, no. They didn't find a whole lot there. The moon was a pretty barren place, uninhabitable because of the lack of oxygen and water.
Huh. That's quite disappointing. Your kind must have felt let down, too, no doubt.
Maybe. I mean, to quote the famous astronaut on board, that's one small step for man, but one giant leap for mankind.
How poignant. I suppose even the landing alone is quite an achievement for your kind.
You could put it like that. It pretty much showed everyone that space exploration was finally a possibility. What about the people of Arborea, Alex? Nah. I feel like if we're going to, colonize any extraterrestrial planet, it should be Saturn's moon Titan. What about the people of Arborea, Alex?
Us? Well, I suppose we've been too concerned about fending for ourselves than exploring or pondering about extraterrestrial presence. With that said, however, the only outsiders we've encountered were from different dimensions. Ha! Instead of descending from the outer space onto our world, technically speaking.
Ah, I see. And I guess I'm one of those outsiders too, huh?
Indeed, and much like the past visitors, your arrival here might also leave a significant, long-lasting effect on this land. Though, sometimes I do wonder if everything I've been doing here are all just insignificant and minute.
Which one? I don't think it matters, or I don't know about that. Alex, you're pretty fucking smart. You're smarter than someone I've met, and that's saying something. Because I've met a doctor. And not just any doctor. A doctor in physics. Ah, shit. Something about how he feels like everything he does is pointless. You know what? I'm gonna save right here. And if it gives us corruption, then we're not doing that. I don't think it matters, Alex.
Of course it wouldn't, right? Nothing matters.
No, that's not really what I meant.
Do elaborate then.
Well, I'm still thinking back to the moon landing event. I remember when I first saw the photo they took of our planet from outer space. Everything just looked so small and insignificant compared to the whole universe. But for me, I'd still like to think that there's so much more to it than that. Sure, it's easy for us to feel like we don't matter when we're just a speck of dust floating in space. But at the same time, if even these small worlds of ours can house all the wonders and mysteries that none of us could unearth in a lifetime, there's still something beautiful about that, I feel.
But be that as it may, just what if this whole thing I'm doing here just didn't matter? What if I just keep failing and all my efforts would just amount to nothing? In the end, nothing really matters.
I think it does matter, Alex. What matters is that you tried and gave it your all. And even if nothing matters, what then? It's up to us to find value in the things we do. And I think there's a lot of value in failing, or even us just doing insignificant things in our lives. And when you've looked past that, what's there to be afraid of? You've got nothing to lose. You could be anything, anyone, everywhere, all at once.
I just didn't expect such words of wisdom to come out of you. You don't typically speak like that. What's gotten into you, Dave?
Hey, it's just things people told me in the past. I guess I just found the appropriate moment to relay it to you. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by posing in them.
Whose poetry did you recite just now?
A famous author of the past. I actually spent a few days memorizing this first, but it's been studied to death at this point, so it's not very impressive.
I see. I'd like to hear more about this author, but maybe at a different date. Still, Dave, how do you manage to remain so optimistic?
Huh? Optimistic? I don't know about that. I think I just go with the flow, then figure things out when we get there.
So you're the type to go wherever the wind blows, huh?
I guess so.
C'è il vento dei guidi.
That's new.
It's both a greeting and parting used by our sailors, or those from the coastal areas and islands. People still argued whether it actually came from Sardinia or Sicilia, but I won't open that can of worms right now.
Yeah, let's not. Still, I didn't think you'd recognize that verse as a poem. You must be a poet yourself.
Poet? Well, no. I do enjoy poetry as part of my language and culture studies, but I am by no means qualified as one. Though, for your information, since you did your due diligence to memorize not only the wording but also the rhythm and flow of it, everything about that verse sounded perfectly identical to poetry. Though I suppose the flow is more comparable to Aborian poetry rather than Zaxonian.
Huh, I don't know what you mean by that, but I guess so.
It's fine, let's not get into that. Lest I get myself into another tirade and just bore you to death halfway through it.
Well, I wouldn't mind talking to you about these things for all day long.
You're serious?
Ah.
I mean, that's not important right now. Better finish up your soup, alright?
Sure. Rested on bed a bit after finishing the soup. Alex also brought some water for you to drink and take the medicinal pills Cody prepared for you.
Here, take these and get some rest in if you need it.
Alright, thanks, Alex. Ugh, these pills taste nasty. Can we go back to the soup?
It's quite delicious, isn't it?
Totally, I don't know how Cody keeps doing that.
Whipping up delicious meals has always been his forte, even back then.
A smile on his face suddenly vanished.
I suppose now isn't the time to be reminiscing about the better days.
Alex suddenly got up and headed towards his door. Are you leaving?
No, I'm just going for a little walk outside. I'll be around, don't worry.
Alright, thanks again, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
You decided to get some shut-eye for the time being. My back. You woke after a few hours feeling quite better now that the headache had subsided. Alex must have returned for quite some time, seeing that he's also dozed off by your side. You decided to head to the bathrooms to take a shower, trying your best not to wake him up as you got out of bed.
I see you're up already. How are you feeling?
Better. The medicine sure helps a lot.
I'm glad to hear.
What about you? How's your nap?
It was okay. It's nice to nap on a proper bed for a change. But anyways, ready to go?
Yeah, let's.
Okay, meet me by the lobby. I'll be there in a few.
Okay. You stepped aside as Alex pressed the button to the designated floor. It seemed to be right below the one to the Sky Garden. Alex? We're heading to Alaric's place, right?
Yes, what about it?
I'm just wondering what it's like there.
Well, you'll see.
From first glance, this place seemed really identical to the administrative buildings you've been to in your world. The floor was essentially a big corridor divided into different wings, each with their own rooms lined with waiting chairs outside. You could see a lot of people sitting as they waited. Some appeared more impatient than the others. There's a lot of people here.
After the recent incidents, there's bound to be. Thankfully, we were the ones to handle the brunt of the attack, but most people still suffered from the aftermath. There were reports of people robbing each other and houses being ransacked amidst the event. Mongrels, the lots of them.
That's horrible.
To sow chaos during such grave misfortune. We Arborians aren't human, but what some of us are doing can be just as you described. Humanity at its finest.
Is there anything we can do for them?
We could aid in the relief process, but with so many people affected, that would get us nowhere, and even exhaust us along the way. I know it doesn't feel right to ignore them, but the best we could do right now is to keep doing our job. Also focus on the investigation and figure this out sooner than later.
Yeah, I just hope it doesn't take too long to come to that.
As do I.
After a moment, you ended up at a large door with a sign on the side that read Gallantier Guildmaster Sir Alaric. Alrighty, let's... Okay. Ryu, however you pronounce your name, I don't know how to pronounce it. What character did you say inspired the voice for Alaric? Because I want to see if I can replicate it, possibly. Maybe. I can... Admiral... Okay. Alrighty.
Once again, I stand atop the broken bodies of my enemies. trouble finding a place for your precious bundle.
Damn it, ads.
Ah, you're referring to your vaunted psi disruptor. It won't last you forever, Admiral. Sooner or later, I'll destroy it. Then I'll show you what the Zerg are really capable of. Oh, and by the way, Admiral, your friend Stukov was twice the man you are. I'm glad you saved me the trouble of having to kill him.
Okay. That did nothing. Robot woman. Okay,
I mean no offense, Admiral, but perhaps
okay, yeah, I'm looking for one right now. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, and I can't find one. No, don't worry about it. Untamable. Come in. You can see the guildmaster on the far side of the room, who proved to be quite a broad figure as he stood up from his desk.
Uncle.
Huh? Alexander, is it really you? My, I mustn't have seen you for how many months now? How are you holding up as of late?
Couldn't be better. And I've told you before, Uncle. Just Alex would be fine.
Are you sure? Why, is this how you are to be addressed since our last, well, formal meeting, if you will?
Please, Uncle, must everyone in this place treat me as a child every time I come here?
No. You know that's never been our intention.
Right. I apologize.
So, what brings you here this time, Alex? I had presumed you'd send your assistant to do the reporting in your stead.
I would have, but seeing how he'd often fumble his explanation, and since this is vital until this time, I decided to make the report myself.
Now let me just scoot. Very well then. And who might this colleague of yours be? Okay. My dad is watching a video. No, it's my mom watching a video. I don't know what the hell she's watching. Joe, Tobias, and Alex are cousins. Okay. Okay. Meet Alexei Stukov. Then skip ahead to 140. Oh, wrong video. Oh, this. Another ad. He just imagined him with the Pops voice. And who might this colleague of yours be? You vaguely felt Alex nudging you a bit as you stepped forth. Greetings, Sir Alaric. I'm Dave, Alex friends. Ah, so it's you. I do recognize you among our latest initiates. Greetings, Dave. I've heard quite a bit about you through Lady Spring, though this is the first time we've met in person.
Lady Spring? Wait, you know Elisa, sir?
Ah, I see you know her by alias as well. Very good. That'd make talking about her easier between us. At any rate, it's good to finally see you in person, Dave.
Likewise, sir. The pleasure's all mine. That voice is giving me Morgan Freeman vibes.
Good, good. Alright, take a seat, you two. Make yourselves at home.
As you both headed over to the guest table and sat down at the sofa, you took a quick look around the office. There were quite a few bookshelves, cabinets, and glass displays. Most of them were for what looked like his own book collections, documents, or just decorative trinkets, jewelry, and keepsakes from people he'd met. Or at least you'd assume so, given the small notes with names and locations placed beneath each of them. It fits his dad quality. Ah. There were also a lot of paintings adorning the walls. One of them did pique your interest the closer you looked. That must be Alaric, yup, and that tiger. Huh, they look really similar. And they must be... Wait. Is that Alex's family? You glanced over to Alex, who seemed to be fixating his eyes down to the table in front of him. He was still refusing to make eye contact with Alaric, and maybe for good reasons. Maybe this isn't a good time to ask about this.
You seem to be interested in that painting, aren't you, Dave?
Well, I guess I'm just...
It's alright, it's only natural to be curious. But that's just an old painting of my family, nothing really noteworthy. Now, may I proceed with the report, Uncle?
Ah, yes, of course. Go right ahead.
So we've uncovered a new lead based on the investigation Max conducted over Vittram Park yesterday.
A new lead. Have you found the cause of the attack already?
First things first, Uncle. What Max found was a sample of the soil in the area surrounding the Guardian Crystal.
The soil?
Yes, my preliminary and secondary scans both showed identical traces of netherite particulates, meaning they have been contaminated for quite some time now.
Contaminated? But that doesn't seem right, Alex. As you're aware, we've been closely keeping an eye on the soil to make sure everything remains within safety bounds.
Yes, I'm aware. You were also on to implement the phytoremediation program, weren't you, Uncle?
Indeed, from all those years ago, it is to purify Crystal Coast soil to make it more hospitable to crops, such that we'd no longer need to rely on imports as heavily. I even shot Lady Spring's counsel on this, who had given my plan the green light after I'd explained it to her in full.
But therein lies the rub, Uncle. We've deduced that the enemy might have just used this plan against us.
I see. Have you identified the means by which they've contaminated the soil?
Not directly from the sample analysis, no. But Wright did mention that there's been suspicious activities at the fertilizer vendors. He suspected that they might have added the particulates into the mixture, then infected the soil around the Guardian Crystal at every scheduled garden maintenance.
Is that how things stand? I've expected the enemy to be among our ranks, but for them to operate right under our nose like this... Still, what are the odds? Have I made a mistake? Lapse in my judgment?
The guildmaster muttered as he paced back and forth. Wait, where did I hear that from before?
And you're suggesting that they will attempt to sabotage the crystal once again?
Highly likely, yes. The attack came through that very momentary gap in the force field, and it was enough to plunge the city into mild chaos. If even that worked for them, why would they stop now?
What about you, Dave? What do you make of this?
Well, I don't have much to add, but I can attest to everything Alex said so far. I was there when we discovered the whole thing over, and he's the smartest man I've ever met, so you can trust his assessment, sir.
Hiya. I must agree with you there.
Spare me the flattery, will you?
Very well. I shall inform our operatives to gather more soil samples and investigate the remediation project personnel. Naturally, this will be a covert operation, so please do your due diligence to not disclose any of what we've discussed here in public.
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Come in.
Hey, did I come at a bad time? Oh, Alex, it's been a while.
Tobias.
Good afternoon, Master Alaric, sir. Alex, Dave. Please, Maxwell, there's no need for formalities. So what brings you two around here at this hour?
We're just checking to see how you're doing, sir.
Yes, and we'd like to make a report, too.
Report? Then what was all that act from before about? Were you just trying to trick me?
What's this all about, Maxwell? I'm gonna go see what that art piece was. Gotta pull it up on my phone. And Crying Boy, how's it been for you? It's pretty epic. Donkey Kong. Pretty epic. What's this all about, Maxwell? It's nothing so serious, Master Alaric. I did want Alex to personally deliver the report, but since Toby and I already finished our last tasks, we're just dropping by in case he and Dave aren't here yet. I see. Then that won't be needed at all. Alex has already explained everything to me in full. Though, just as I feared, it is quite the predicament. As such, you and your team should exercise utmost caution further down your investigation. Understood, Master Alaric, sir. For now, you're dismissed. It's been good! Except you, Tobias. I do have new assignments for you, so if you would all excuse us. Yes, Master, we'll be on our way. Ordina e Prosperita. Ordina e Prosperita. Ah, and Dave? Yes, sir! It's a shame that you've joined us during these unprecedented times. Otherwise, we'd have prepared a more formal ceremony for your initiation. It's alright, sir. I totally understand the gravity of the situation. The Guild's been providing me a lot of help with my training as well. For that, I'm grateful enough, sir. I am pleased to hear.
Until next time, Uncle.
Likewise, Alex. Be sure to take care of yourself in the meantime.
Of course.
Guess I'll see you guys around soonish. It's nice seeing you out and about again, Al. Let's meet up by the tavern sometimes.
I'll have to see about that, Tobias. I'm quite busy with my own work as ever. I'm sure you'd understand.
Don't be like that. How about I choose some crispy jam eggs?
In that case, I suppose I can double-check my schedule. No promises, though.
Sure. Alright, you guys should go down. I mean, Sir Alaric is waiting for me. Okay, let's go, guys. Okay. We're going to leave off here tonight. Alrighty, stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.